My son's boss called me and said, "Your son assaulted one of my workers this morning. We need you here immediately." I ran 2 red lights getting to that job site. My hands shook the whole drive. When I got to the trailer office, I saw the man. Elias Ward, 51, a mixer operator my son Caleb had worked beside all summer. His eye was swollen shut, his lips split, dried blood on his collar, a brace on his wrist. He wouldn't look at me. His wife sat beside him with a hand on his back, staring at me like I'd brought a weapon into the room. The site manager, Grant Halverson, shut the door behind me. "I have to warn you, this is hard to watch." He turned his laptop around. Security footage from the equipment bay. Timestamp 6:42 a.m. Caleb walks in behind Elias. The door swings shut. 4 minutes pass. Then Elias stumbles out, holding his face, barely staying upright. 30 seconds later, Caleb walks out, looks both ways, and goes the other direction. 2 guys on the port crew had heard shouting. I couldn't breathe. They brought Caleb in. The second he saw Elias's face, he broke. Not guilt, confusion. "Elias, what happened? Who did this to you?" Elias didn't answer. He stared at the floor. "Caleb," Halverson said, very calm, "did you follow him into the equipment bay this morning?" "Yes, he asked me to. He said he had something to tell me." "He admits it," Halverson said, and looked at me like he was sorry for me. "Caleb was fired on the spot. Police were called before we left the lot. They arrested him that night and questioned him for 4 hours while I sat in a plastic chair staring at a crack in the wall, wondering where I'd failed. I picked him up at midnight. His eyes were red and hollow. Dad, I didn't touch him. He asked me to meet him. He pulled me aside at the gate and said 640 equipment bay. I thought he was going to tell me somebody was stealing my overtime. I looked up to him. Why would I hurt him?" The prosecutor charged him as an adult. "Overwhelming evidence," she said at the press conference. "Our lawyer told me the truth on day 1. He'd seen convictions on less. The footage played on every local channel. By that weekend, somebody painted 3-foot red letters across our garage door. I scrubbed it for 2 hours while neighbors watched from their windows." Caleb's friends stopped answering. His phone filled with threats. He stopped eating, lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. He never changed his story, not once. "He asked me to be there, Dad. Somebody else did that to him. I don't know who. I wanted to believe him. God help me. I did believe him." Then, 3 weeks in, my phone rang. Unknown number. It was Elias's wife. "Can you come, please? Something about this has never sat right with me." She was alone at her kitchen table with a phone in her hand. "I got into his messages," she said. "I know I shouldn't have." She turned the screen toward me. A text from the night before, saved under one name, Halverson. "Say it was the kid. Everyone saw you 2 argue last week. It's believable. You know what happens to you if you don't." I went cold. She scrolled up with shaking fingers. Months of it. Elias had found the payroll records. Halverson had been skimming overtime off the whole crew for 2 years, forging sign-offs, pocketing the difference. Elias confronted him. Halverson threatened his job, his house, his immigration paperwork. When Elias said he was going to the labor board anyway, Halverson followed him into the equipment bay and beat him for it, and then handed him a name, my son's name, because Caleb was 17, hot-headed, and everyone had seen him argue with Elias over a broken hose the week before. Elias came down the stairs and stopped dead when he saw me. His wife held up the phone. He didn't say anything for a long time. Then his legs gave out, and he sat down right there on the bottom step, sobbing into his hands. He said he'd take everything from me. "I have 3 kids. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." I knelt down next to him. "It's not your fault." Charges against Caleb were dropped in 4 days. Halverson was arrested. Wage theft, assault, witness tampering. 11 other men came forward once the first one did. The day after he was cleared, Elias showed up at our door. I expected Caleb to slam it. Instead, he stepped outside, and they sat on that porch talking for over an hour. Afterward, I asked him why. "He didn't do this to me, Dad. Halverson did. Elias was just trying to survive him." Then he looked out the window. Monsters don't always look like monsters. Sometimes they hand you your paycheck.